Hey there friends, mindlessbile here, and we're back for another channel update. It's been about a week since the last one I saw when I was looking through my videos today, and as you can see I'm in my work uniform. I've been working a lot. I got another double today, and I'll probably be working for the better part of 2 weeks straight here. I'm trying to save up money, and so I just kind of figured we put out another channel update video today to kind of pass the time, and since I really haven't had a chance to play No Man's Sky that much since the Atlas quest debacle, and I will call that a debacle. I mean, that was a letdown of the end of the quest. It hasn't really ruined my gameplay. I still enjoy the game for what I was doing before I went on that quest. I mean, I was loving that game. It was the first disappointment I got was completing that quest. But since then, I've just been bouncing from system to system and basically just getting enough fuel and bouncing off and gathering the resources I need. It's kind of changed the way I've been playing the game. And like I said in the video yesterday, it's not really much to worthwhile recording. I might have put a video just showing what it's like to jump into a system, take what you need. I haven't been naming anything. I haven't even been scanning the animals. You know how I am. Once I scan that first animal, I'll be on that planet for 8-10 hours. But as I've been taking a break and I've been work, it's kind of dawned on me. It's dawned on me before, but it's kind of sunk in more deeper now. It's like, where do we go from here? It's like, how much longer am I legitimately going to be playing No Man's Sky? I'm not the type of guy who can just stay focused on something for long, regardless of how much I love it. So we need to start thinking about what we're going to play next, which is one of the reasons why I've accepted these extra kind of shifts, because I'm looking into getting, would like to get a console. Kitty don't want to be held, but you want to pester me. Now, before, I've always been an Xbox fan. I love the original Xbox, so I did have the PlayStation 2. That was the last PlayStation I purchased, was the 2. And I still think that was a great console. Even though I loved the first Xbox and some of my favorite games were on the Xbox, I still have way more PlayStation 2 games than I do have Xbox games. It's like literally I only have like 6 or 8 Xbox games, but they're all like the most fantastic ones, at least to me. And I got the Xbox 360, and I love the 360. I love the exclusive games that came out for the 360. But now that the Xbox One came out, I haven't, in the whole entirety of that console has been out, I have not seen a single game that I couldn't have got on another console, on the PS4 or the PS3. And it's just, there's no good content for the Xbox. So I'm really leaning towards the PlayStation 4. And just wondered if anyone had any input on that or any ideas. And, looking towards what our next game's going to be. I got a pretty good idea of what the next game is going to be, which is also why I'm leaning towards the PS4. I can play it on both, but there's other games that are going to be exclusive for the PS4 that I'm pretty much leaning towards that. I'm not going to tell you the game that I'm going to play, not so much as to leave it as a surprise, but simply just because I don't want to commit myself on it, because I'm still kind of, I don't know really if I really want to get back into that series. It's already kind of faded in its luster to me with its last entries. Wonder if anyone can figure it out, but it's a very big series, and one that's very beloved, and one that the last couple entries have kind of let people down and turned some people down. And the new game coming out, though it does look amazing, they've made some changes to its game mechanics and the way it's always been, and people are kind of undecided. Want to play it, but like I said, I just don't want to be let down again. It's like, if that's the end of the series for me personally, then I'm happy to let things stand. Several series have done this already, but yeah, and I'm also thinking, it's like I structured everything around No Man's Sky, my channel art, my channel icon, my description, everything, the intro that I use, though I never used the intro for anything other than No Man's Sky and No Man's Sky speculation videos, whatever. But we need to start making some more stuff for a more permanent channel, not so much designed after one game. So we need to start coming out with, specific for the Mindless Bile channel. And it's going to be some interesting work as I try to like reformat things and come out how I want to do that. I'm probably going to end up going nuclear themed. I loved all things nuclear, atomic, radioactive. Godzilla has always been one of the hugest influences in my life since I was as young as I can remember. And ever since then, between that, the Mad Max films and other post-apocalyptic films, the nuclear kind of fictional culture has always been my favorite. And now our future game, it's not coming out for a while yet. I think it's about another, I think maybe about another 2 months away before the game's actually released. So it's like we got a lot of leeway time. 2 months is a lot of time, especially since, I still think there's probably going to be a good number of episodes of No Man's Sky left in me. I definitely want to make it to the center. Whether or not we're going to sit down and start exploring and doing like I have been doing, there may be a few videos like that, or maybe 1 or 2 systems where I kind of take a week or two and kind of explore another system. But I feel like we're just going to, more or less just punch to the center now and just try to finish that game. Once we finish it, if I want to go around and explore and everything and pump out some videos, that's one thing. But I want to make sure that the game is finished, that I have completed the game. And then it's another thing about the game that's coming out. It's like I don't want to put any content in here that I'm not going to do from start to finish. And the game of that obvious length, it's like I wonder, it's like how do you put a game out that's long? What do you show? What do you not show? Like I said, it's a hard conversation to have without me saying what the game is, but we need to kind of come up with another thing to play in between. It's like I am going to go back to playing the Forest. I'm kind of getting an itch to play in the Forest. I just actually, for the first time since No Man's Sky's come out, I've looked up and seen what the last couple of the 2 sets of updates that have come out for No Man's Sky, and they've added some pretty cool, or not No Man's Sky, for the Forest. They've added some pretty cool stuff. The enemies will now jump on your roofs of your structures and try to break down through. I mean, the AI is getting a lot nastier. The game's going to be a lot harder to survive at, and maintain and do the base building. These things are, you're not going to be as safe because you built structures now, and the game just keeps on getting better and better. I hope it does officially release, and I hope it does for the PS4, which is one of the reasons why I want the PS4. I do want the eventual full release of the Forest. Well, that doesn't make sense because I'll just buy it on the PC, but we're definitely going to go back and play some We Happy Few. Like I said before, No Man's Sky came out, I did actually make it to the town, the good town where everyone's all doped up and happy and it's all crazy looking. I did make it there, and it's like I definitely want to continue and see more of that. I've been jonesing to play that, but I also kind of want to start playing something else different. I've been playing a lot of games where I'm mostly just beating people with sticks. I kind of want to have a shoot 'em up game. It's been a while since I've had a good first-person shooter, and they really just don't make them anymore. They all usually suck or have awful plot premises or just crappy-ass Call of Duty games. So it's like I really don't know where my next shooter is going to be, or if it's going to even be a next shooter. Maybe the shooter genre is just dead for me, unless it's an FPS RPG, which is becoming slowly my favorite. But I think that's about all we have this time. I've probably talked for about close to 10 minutes now. So any suggestions, any ideas for upcoming games? It's like I'd like to play some of my old stuff. I'd like to eventually feature the Half-Life series and the Portal series on here. It's one thing I'd definitely like to do. And as I was trying to do before No Man's Sky come out, I'd like to do some early Fallout stuff. So it's like any suggestions or input on, where the channel should go, what kind of designs I should have, any things I should add to make it look more or better would definitely be appreciated from any of my subscribers or YouTuber friends. And this is mindlessbile saying if you like this video, hit the like button or subscribe, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again.